Welcome back to the Chad DiMera channel. We have some massive spoilers for Thursday, July 2, and let me tell you, the shockwaves from these revelations are going to tear some of our favorite legacy families apart. We are talking about devastating cover-ups, toxic love triangles, and a baby mama drama that is about to explode into a million pieces. Let's kick things off with the absolute monster that EJ DiMera is becoming. According to the latest spoilers for July 2, EJ finally realizes that something is terribly, horribly wrong on Smith Island. And you won't believe what happens next. EJ uncovers the devastating truth that DiMera Pharmaceuticals has been dumping arsenic-tainted medication right there on the island. This toxic sludge leached directly into the groundwater and ended up straight in the Horton cabin's well. That's right, guys. It wasn't just a random illness. It was EJ's own company's negligence that poisoned poor Holly Jonas. Apparently, Holly was the only person at the cabin who actually brushed her teeth and drank the tap water while she, Tate, Ari, and Aaron were hanging out. Now, let's be real for a second. What is EJ going to do with this horrifying information? Does he come clean? Does he try to help the girl who is basically his stepdaughter? Absolutely not. EJ is going into full cover-up mode. I am so sick of EJ's ruthless behavior lately. He is literally transforming into his father, Stefano DiMera, right before our eyes, but without any of the twisted charm that Joseph Mascolo brought to the role. EJ is wearing Stefano's ring and acting like a complete tyrant. He doesn't care who gets hurt. Not Holly, not Brady, nobody. He will do whatever it takes to protect himself and his failing pharmaceutical empire. This just proves exactly why our boy Chad DiMera is the only one fit to run that family. Chad actually has a moral compass, while EJ is perfectly fine letting a teenage girl suffer to save his own skin. It makes my blood boil. But here's the kicker. EJ's cover-up isn't going to be easy. We know that a mysterious new character named George O'Halloran is going to encounter EJ on Smith Island just as he makes this grim discovery. Is George a witness? A whistleblower? Whatever he is, EJ's going to have to silence him or manipulate the situation to keep the DiMera name out of the mud. I think this was a huge mistake on EJ's part because the truth always comes out in Salem. Remember the toxic gas in the DiMera tunnels that ultimately killed Lexi Carver over a decade ago? DiMera Enterprises has a long, dark history of environmental and medical negligence, and EJ is just repeating the sins of the past. He is playing God, and it is going to blow up in his face spectacularly. And speaking of things blowing up, let's pivot over to Sarah Horton and her messy, messy love life. Sarah's been working tirelessly to investigate this tainted drug crisis, and she originally pulled Brady Black into the fold to help her. But the July 2 spoilers reveal that Sarah has a massive secret to share with Brady. She confesses that she didn't just recruit him, she also went behind his back and recruited her ex-husband, Xander Cook, to help with the investigation. Are we seriously looking at an investigative throuple here? That's crazy. What do you guys think? Is Sarah lying to herself again? A lot of fans think Sarah is genuinely in love with Brady and just using Xander for his mercenary skills, but I'm telling you, it's definitely the other way around. Sarah and Xander have a slow burn, soulmate connection that simply cannot be severed. We all remember the intense love triangles from 5 or 6 years ago when Sarah was torn between Xander and Eric Brady. She always gravitates toward the bad boy who would burn the world down for her. Brady is safe, but Xander is her true passion. By bringing Xander into this highly dangerous investigation, Sarah is playing with fire. Brady's going to completely lose his mind when he realizes he's competing with Xander again, especially since Xander is completely ruthless when it comes to getting answers. Meanwhile, let's talk about the younger generation. Tate and Holly are trying to hold on to better memories amidst all this medical trauma. Tate finally connects the dots and realizes that Holly was the only one who drank the water at the Horton cabin. But the spoilers tease a hilarious yet tragic irony. Has Tate noticed that every single time he visits his girlfriend, she goes into some kind of severe medical distress? He's constantly running out of the room screaming for a doctor. Have they considered that maybe Holly is actually allergic to Tate? Jokes aside, the trauma these legacy teens are being put through is insane. It mirrors the exact kind of chaotic teenage years that Sammy Brady and Lucas Horton went through back in the 90s. Holly is a magnet for disaster, and as long as EJ is covering up the truth, she is never going to be truly safe. Now, let's shift gears to the most frustrating storyline on the show right now, the agonizing love triangle between Stephanie, Alex, and Joy Wesley. The spoilers for Thursday reveal that Stephanie's continuing to put on a brave face. She keeps insisting to Alex that she is totally fine with Joy and baby Kelsey being a permanent part of their lives. But guess what? She is so not fine while she's playing the cool, supportive wife to Alex. She is secretly breaking down and crying to her mother, Kayla. Stephanie's confidence is completely cracking, and she is suffocating under the pressure of playing stepmom to a baby her husband had with another woman. I absolutely hate how Stephanie is handling this. By lying to Alex and refusing to communicate her true feelings, she is leaving the door wide open for Joy to swoop in. And you won't believe what happens next. Joy actually makes a move on Alex. Joy is using this entire situation to distract Alex and lure him deeper and deeper into playing happy family. Let's look at Joy's psychological profile for a second. She is the daughter of Nancy Wesley, one of Salem's most notorious schemers from the late 90s and early 2000s. Manipulation is literally in Joy's DNA. She faked a negative pregnancy test, left town, and came back with a baby just when Alex was finally settling down. She is a total gold digger who wants the Kiriaki's fortune, and she is weaponizing that baby to steal Alex away from his wife. Stephanie is walking right into a trap, and her untreated PTSD from being kidnapped by Owen Kent is making her incredibly paranoid and volatile. We already saw her recklessly fire a loaded gun at Joy inside Alex's apartment just a few weeks ago. If Joy keeps pushing her buttons and making moves on Alex right under Stephanie's nose, we are heading toward a violent, catastrophic climax. Will Stephanie snap and use that gun again? Will Alex finally wake up and see Joy for the manipulative homewrecker she is? I highly doubt it, because Alex is completely blinded by his desire to be a father. This marriage is on life support, and Joy is holding the plug. It is going to be an absolutely explosive week in Salem, and you definitely do not want to miss a single second of the drama. From EJ's toxic cover-ups to Sarah's messy love triangle and Joy's relentless scheming, July Sweeps is delivering everything we could ever want. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think EJ will get away with poisoning Holly? And whose side are you on, Stephanie or Joy? Thank you so much for tuning into the DiMera channel. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.